Good morning and welcome to the Way of Life Thursday check-in. I hope you're all doing well as we are in the middle of week 8 of the Way of Life program. By now you should be familiar with the Way of Life week 8 materials, which focus on pushing through the plateaus, which is very consistent with what we're talking about today, overcoming obstacles. So by now, you should have taken a look at the wonderful handouts. You should be working on the activity and understanding potential pitfalls that you have. And again, this falls into overcoming obstacles, which we're going to touch on briefly today. The activity this week is to unplug for an hour and use that period of silence and disconnection to focus on your internal environment and your mindfulness, and practice things like deep breathing and relaxation. Progress check, as usual. You should be getting comfortable with your calorie budget right now. You should be exercising regularly. More exercise is better, as you're aware. Working on actively relaxing, so working on that balance between working hard and relaxing, and unplugging is a nice part of your week this week. Spending a few more minutes planning is a great idea. And as we talk about overcoming obstacles, sometimes we're meal planning, sometimes we're behavior planning, and we're analyzing our behaviors. So spending a little bit more time understanding your motivations and behaviors when it comes to food is a great thing. Hopefully you're experiencing the results that you were expecting. If you're not, please reach out to us and we're happy to work with you. We're going to touch briefly today on today's topic, which is overcoming obstacles, and creating new habits is part of that. We do encourage new habits as part of Way of Life. And again, these are the following: developing a calorie budget, produce picks at every meal. That's really great. Not only in terms of nourishment, but in terms of protection. Regular cardio, strength training, mixing in flexibility and balance training, and understanding and becoming more aware of your relationship to food. So your cravings and other food-related behaviors. These are all habits we encourage you to look at over the 12-week Way of Life program. Let's talk for a second about potential obstacles. We hear these obstacles all the time. And if you are battling these obstacles and need help, remember, anybody who's participating in the Way of Life program has the opportunity to talk to a health coach or registered dietitian as many times and as often as they'd like. Potential obstacles we often hear: I can't resist my favorite foods, even though they're full of calories. Well, again, what we're trying to do in the Way of Life program is encourage moderation. We want you to enjoy food. We want you to enjoy all of the celebrations that are associated with food, but we want you to be aware that these things should be done in moderation and not every day. So again, if you love pizza, you don't have to give up pizza, but you don't want to have it every day for lunch. So again, planning your meals, understanding what's coming up for the week, and remaining accountable by checking your tracking are great ways to make sure that you can sneak in your favorite foods occasionally, but not overdo it. I don't have time to prepare healthy meals. Well, that's a problem for everybody. We understand that. We've talked about different avenues to solve this problem, whether it's prepared meal services or meal kits, or whether it's understanding that trip to the grocery store so we can buy 5 days or 6 days or 7 days worth of food, prepare it when we have time, and be ready to go with some meal kits of our own. I eat when I'm stressed, sad, or bored, and this is very, very common. People often eat to fill a need, whether it's anxiety or boredom. We encourage you to sort of continue to monitor your internal environment and understand what pushes you in that direction. And again, if you're bored, do something besides eating. Understand other behaviors. And when we talk about overcoming cravings, we talk about the 4 Ds. And one of the 4 Ds is do something else. So find things to do when you're stressed or bored or sad besides eat. Work on those things. And remember the other 3 Ds of avoiding cravings. So again, as we said, do something else, drink water, drink, deep breathe, and delay your cravings, and they eventually will pass. I don't like vegetables. We hear this all the time. Well, there are amazing ways now to prepare vegetables so they taste delicious using different cooking methods, different seasonings and different salts. So different seasonings and different sauces, not salts. So please, if you're having trouble with variety or you don't like certain vegetables, give us a call and we'll provide you with even more recipes to help you overcome that aversion to vegetables and fruit. I don't like to exercise. We hear this also often, but exercise is a habit that self-perpetuates. And once we begin to push ourselves in that direction, it becomes easier. The other thing to do is to look for support, find a buddy to work out with or to exercise with. Hold yourself accountable. Remember why you're doing this and all the benefits that accrue to you through exercise, including that increased calorie burn, which can allow you to eat a little bit more of your favorite foods. Our 4 tips to this week to keep that success going if you're having success or overcome your obstacles. Remember your why. Understand that purpose, the reason you signed up for this program. It's the same today as it was 8 weeks ago. So reinforce that. And instead of maybe looking at what's not working, examine the positive gains you made. So look at what's working in your life and use those behaviors as a lesson to incorporate other strategies in your life. Turning setbacks into lessons. If you're having problems, work on understanding that. Part of being a mature adult is to sort of learn from our past behaviors, not beat ourselves up for it, but learn from them and avoid future setbacks. So turn past setbacks into future lessons and strategies to overcome your obstacles. And finally, seek support either from Be Well Solutions staff, coaches, or registered dietitians, from your family, from your friends. People love to help. Everybody likes to see people succeed for the most part. So I encourage you to work on finding a buddy whose goals and motivations are consistent with helping you. So those are the 4 tips to keep in mind. Again, reach out to us if you're having any issues. Remember, developing new habits takes time, but everybody's capable of doing it, and you can do it too. There are common sense strategies to overcome obstacles. We've touched on a few of those today, but give us a call and we're happy to help you on an individual basis. Keep tracking. Accountability is very, very helpful in this program, but as always, I remind you, balance accountability with self-forgiveness. And remember that you would forgive somebody else if they made a little mistake or had some kind of transgression. So forgive yourself. Thanks for coming. I'll be back next week. We'll continue to talk about strategies to move through the program. This is week 8, so you're, if my math is right, we're 2/3 of the way through. So again, we should be seeing some results. If you're not, give us a call. Otherwise, have a great week, have a healthy weekend, and we will see you next week.